Welcome to another contribution for Utopian. I am Ernesto Toledo and you can see my profile on your screen. Today I will show you how to create a Discord bot that displays a notification each time an author's post receives a vote. This bot is intended as an assistant in live curations. We will rely heavily and reuse code from the previous tutorial. I have already created the basic .gitignore files, where the folders to be used in the project are located, and the .env file where the bot prefix and token is located, and the index.js file. Inside the index.js file, we have a slightly modified code of the previous tutorial code that shows the Steemit profile of the indicated user. Let's go to the terminal. Initialize the project with the npm init y command. Now we will install the necessary libraries: discord.js, .env, Steem, and Moment. The code must already be executable. Let's try the code. As we see, the bot is called Fisgon and has a prefix. We noticed that in our Discord window the bot is already active. Let's go to the configuration of our server. We enter the webhook section. As a name, we will put the same name of our bot. This is not necessary, but it will allow to emulate that it is the same bot that sends the message. We establish the room where the messages will be received. We can set the same image of the bot. Now we copy the URL that is provided to us and we paste it into our browser. This will show us the information we need to connect our bot. Let's go back to our code. First, we will create our webhook with the new Discord webhook client. As arguments, we must enter the ID and the token that show us in the URL we visited previously. Let's try sending a message. We go to the room indicated in their Discord and execute. We correct the error and try again. As you can see, the message has been sent correctly. First, we will define the variables that we will use to identify the name of the account, the permalink, and a counter to count the votes that have been granted during the session. We must now use the Steem API to listen to the transactions that are executed. First, we introduce the source from which we will listen to the transactions. Now, let's use the stream transactions method to listen to the transactions. As an argument, we will use head and it will return result. We save in the variable txtype the type of each transaction that we are receiving through the stream. We also save the content in the variable txcontent. We will use an if to identify if the type of the transaction is a vote, if the author is the one we indicate, and if it is also the permalink that we define. Other types of transactions are comments and transfers. Now, if the conditions are met, we will show the information in the console and in the Discord room. We will show the voter and the percentage with which the vote was granted. Due to the format in which the API shows the percentages, we must divide that value by 100. To send the message in the Discord room, we will use a Discord rich embed message. To send the message, we use hook.send using the happy embed argument. Let's review now the section of code that we already had previously. We notice that we are dividing the command and the arguments. Previously, we had read the info command that for this occasion I have replaced by author. After showing the profile, we will add a section of code so that the author's account is saved in the variable account name. We will create a new command that allows us to introduce the perm link. In this command, besides saving the perm link, we will reinitialize the counter. Now, we will create a new command to stop the reading of votes. Actually, we do not stop the stream. Rather, we define the author and the perm link as we had it at the beginning. We will now correct the small errors that we have had when writing the code. Let's now try our bot. We will take some random Steemit authors. We execute the bot. We define the author. As you can see, it shows us his profile. Now we define the perm link. From this moment, the bot will show a message each time the defined post receives a vote. Let's give a test vote. As you can see, it has shown the message correctly. Let's try a different author. Everything works as expected. As you can see, I have added a small image in the rich embed message to make it more colorful. To stop reading, we will use the stop command. I hope you found this video interesting. See you!